no idea the amount of ignorant mess you're about to get into right now.
Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Black on Black Cinema. I'm your host, Jay. I'm here with my co-host, Terrence.
What's up? It's a preview episode.
Yes. See, we've been gone so long. This is a preview for episode 145, The Hate You Give. Look, this is a movie that everyone should see. I will just say that now before doing the review next week. This is the 2018 film about a young girl. She's 16 years old, who witnesses her friend be killed by a cop. And she's sort of stuck in the middle between wanting to go public in defense of her friend and trying to sort of keep her life normal, because she's a young black girl going to school in a predominantly white school in like a fancier neighborhood. Meanwhile, she lives, where she lives in a lower socioeconomic area. So it's sort of deals with issues of trying to balance both of those worlds, a level of code switching, a level of police brutality conversations, amongst many other things. This, to me, is probably the Black Lives Matter movie, like the best that you could look at this topic. So highly recommend. I think I can speak for all three of us in saying that The Hate You Give is definitely worth your time. So
yes, we
will dig well into that next week. So the random topic this week is about the Oscar nominations. So Oscar nominations are out to the surprise of many people, including myself. But I kind of suspected it might happen. Black Panther was nominated for Best Picture amongst 6 other categories. There's a lot of black. I wouldn't say a lot. That's not fair. But black people are pretty well threaded throughout a lot of these categories. And I guess the question is, have we moved past the Oscars so white thing? Spoiler alert, we definitely haven't. But a larger conversation of, is the Oscars at least noticing people of color, not just black people, by the way, I'll talk about that, during the nomination process. Terrence, what were your thoughts on this?
Well, the first thing that I noticed, the first thing that everyone was talking about when the Oscar nominations came out was that Black Panther is nominated for Best Picture. I love that movie. I really do. It was a cultural phenomenon, and it made $1 billion. It's not Best Picture. No, I'm sorry. Like, I know why they did it. I understand. People were saying, "Hey, this should be nominated for Best Picture," because just because a movie makes $1 billion doesn't mean it's that good.
Transformers made $1 billion.
Yeah, Transformers, like a couple of those movies.
Unfortunately,
yeah, that's ridiculous. Like, look, the movie's fine. Like, no, I really love the movie, but when you take a look at it from if it was going to get anything, again, it is nominated for best like costume design and other things and shit like that.
Yeah, but
if it was going to be nominated for something besides like the technical, well, I guess this would be considered a technical achievement. Why didn't Coogler get nominated for Best Director?
That to me makes more sense. I was just having a conversation with my wife. Like, Coogler being nominated for Best Director to me makes far more sense than winning Best Picture.
Because nothing there's no Best Actor, there's no Best Director or anything. It's just Best Picture. So it's like,
right?
What are we doing right now?
Okay, but that starts a controversy that I wanted to get into. So let's get in trouble. All right. I know. I already know. You and I don't care. Fucking let's go. The question is, does this feel like it was nominated? I wouldn't say to shut people up, because I don't think that's necessarily fair. But was it nominated to just recognize that this was a cultural phenomenon and it was a big deal? Yes. Or is it nominated because it actually deserves to be? And I use deserves in a loose term, not to be derisive. Or does it actually deserve to be in that list?
No, it was just to shut us up.
You think so?
And when people like campaigning, they have this put like Best Picture or like early in the year, it's like this should be in the running for Best Picture. Like that was back in, when did this come out? February?
February. Yeah, it was, of course.
Yeah,
of course.
Like the second month of the year. Like, come on, like, nah. Like, a lot of movies have come out that are far better than this.
Yeah, I mean,
again, I love the movie. It's black as hell, and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And again, I think Ryan Coogler should have been nominated for Best Director because, like, I remember watching that video of him explaining the fight scene in the casino.
Yeah, it was dope.
Which was amazing.
Yeah.
I'm like, this dude is he's a genius.
Yeah, he's an auteur. He is.
And a movie itself, like the actors, no, sorry, no, I don't. Mm-mm.
Yeah, because
not Best Picture. No.
And that's my thing. Is to me, Best Picture rings out like the best writing, the best acting, like, or at least acting, like best, best supporting actors, best lead actors. Like, everybody has got to be on point. And like, if I'm comparing it to other black films that have won for Best Picture, easily the quickest one to remember is 2 years ago with Moonlight. Like, look, I love Black Panther. Look, you can go watch our review. We fucking gushed over for 2 hours. We absolutely loved it. No, it's not Moonlight. Like, it's not. It's not on the level of Moonlight. And that doesn't make it not great in its own thing, right? Like, that's okay. That doesn't diminish the movie in and of itself. But yeah, I was a little like, I wasn't super surprised because people were like super pushing it. And I feel like social media now has become like a battering ram for certain things. Mm-hmm. And I think that they can move mountains, and that can be positive in some ways and negative in others. But I think it was kind of a battering ram for this movie from the jump. Like, the second it caught on and it was like super hot and everyone was seeing it over and over again, and it was like, this movie's gonna make $1 billion and all this other stuff, and it was over. Like, people were like, no, this is the best movie of the year. And I'm like, I think you need to see more movies. Like, it's not the best movie of the year. Look, here's the thing. It's not even the best Marvel movie. Like, no, it's not.
No, it's not.
It's not. And I look again.
Infinity War. If either of those two, I'm picking Infinity War for Best Picture. If you're gonna put one of those up,
right? Like that's what I hate to say that, but it is. Like, I'm sorry, I love those movies, man, but come on, like, just take it easy. Take it easy. Look, I love Predator 2. It shouldn't get a fucking Oscar.
Aren't there 10 slots?
There are 10 slots. Yeah, and that was one of the things they increased, right? Because I think it went from like 8 to 10 or 6 to 10 or something like that.
There's 2 slots left. Best Picture.
I'm honestly surprised that If Beale Street Could Talk wasn't nominated. I'm very, very surprised. Yeah, I'm very surprised. But
how many of these movies have I seen? I've seen Black Panther, Blackkklansman, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Now, okay,
I'll watch Vice. I want to see A Star Is Born probably tonight, maybe.
So, so here's a question: what do you think of Blackkklansman being nominated?
I love that movie as well.
Does that feel like an Oscar or Best Picture nominee?
To get Spike Lee in the running, because I think, again, this is going to go back to like Malcolm X. He should have won for that.
Yeah, I think the Academy looks back. They're like, that was a mistake, dude.
Like, they didn't even nominate him for Best. I don't know if they nominated him. Did they nominate Malcolm X at all?
I don't remember.
Because I know I was reading like Driving Miss Daisy won Best Picture that year. I've never seen that movie.
I've seen part of it. No.
So yeah, I don't know if this might be hey, he's got a really, really good movie out this year. We're trying to do better as far as diversity goes. Yeah, we'll go ahead and throw him in there. It's a good movie. It's a very good movie. I like it a lot. Best Picture.
By the way, you're misremembering. Driving Miss Daisy won the same year Do the Right Thing came out, which is why.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, people were like,
either.
No.
Yeah, like I've never seen Driving Miss Daisy. I love Do the Right Thing. Do the Right Thing, Malcolm X.
Look, I personally think that at this point, Spike Lee should have 2 Best Pictures. I think Do the Right Thing and Malcolm X both deserve Oscars. Yeah. I do. I truly do. I do believe that.
This one, is it better than Malcolm X? Is it better than Do the Right Thing? I think he's grown. He's been directing for 40 years. So.
I would have hoped so.
it's better looking.
It's probably one of his
Best
cleaner
looking
films.
movie,
Yeah.
I can say that. Did he write the script and all that? Did he write it? Oh, did he direct?
I think he adapted screenplay
from a book.
But I'm not sure he did the writing on his own.
Okay. Best picture, I can't say. I don't.
I would put it. Here's the thing. I think that movie feels more Oscar worthy than Black Panther does. Yes. I'll say that, right? I would argue probably it does deserve to be there. Again, I love Blackkklansman. I thought it was really great. But I think, it really has super impact when you watch that movie and then that ending where he put in.
It's timely.
Yeah. And he super was like, we need to get this out right away. And I think that probably propels that movie in a different way just because of the political climate than something like Black Panther, which is a great empowerment movie, but it's a general empowerment movie where Blackkklansman is like, we are dealing with X thing that is relevant right now. And I think it's hard to look past that. So yeah, I'm fine with Blackkklansman being there. And I'm more fine with Blackkklansman being there to acknowledge Spike, so Spike could possibly win for Best Director. Yeah. Because I think that's the MO here.
Yeah, I think I'm fine with the movies being there. Like if Black Panther wins, I'm like, yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, no,
I don't care. Like at the end of the day, I don't care. But
I'd be happy for them.
Good for them. Like again, everybody's going to be on stage, and I guess that would be an award for Ryan Coogler. But again, he should have been nominated for Best Director rather than the actual movie being Best Picture. Blackkklansman, he should have won too. Again, this is kind of like, hey, you are a good director. We'll finally give you one.
Right.
That's what it feels like to me. Because it's a great movie, but he had movies that should have won years ago.
Yeah. I still feel like he got completely robbed for Malcolm X. I
think at this point everybody probably feels like that. That doesn't make Malcolm X is a great movie.
Yeah, it's stellar. In his the fact that Denzel Washington didn't win for Malcolm X is even more offensive.
Yeah.
He was
there is that.
He just became Malcolm X. He did. I'm not sure they didn't just edit footage of Malcolm X to seem like he was more like Denzel Washington. His performance was that good. So
now, were there movies that you've seen that you think should have been nominated? Because there's one that I can tell you honestly. I think it's that good. It should have been nominated. Blind Spotting.
That's what a lot of people are saying.
Really?
And look, I'll say this. Spoiler alert for my opinions on next week's show. I think The Hate U Give should have been there. I do. I thought at least the performances of Amandla Stenberg and
absolutely
Russell Hornsby, 100%. Even if you're not talking about the best film of the year or best director, those two performances were standouts. They were absolute standouts. And I'm a little bummed that neither one of them were there. But as far as the other movies I've seen, no, I haven't seen Blind Spotting. But yeah, everybody says that is pretty tremendous film. So
it's I really like it. It should be somewhere in there, but yeah, it is.
It is what it is. Green Book is also mentioned here. I know that will enrage the internet. They're so mad.
When I first saw the trailer, I was probably part of the internet culture that was like, really? I not to the extent that they're going. They're wild. I just was like,
okay.
It was like a fucking Bacardi and Cola
Bacardi and
movie.
Cola.
What the fuck is this? All right, whatever.
I would watch a Bacardi and Cola road trip movie. just as a side. Yeah, I've seen Green Book. I thought it was a pretty good movie, actually.
You liked it.
Yeah, I actually really did. And one of the things I said in my review for our other show was that whatever you think of this movie, whatever you think of their relationship, whatever, Mahershala Ali deserves an Oscar for that performance. Like, he was fucking great. Like, he stole the fucking show every single time he was on. Camera. So him being nominated for Best Supporting Actor makes total sense to me. I got no problem with it. I thought he did a great job. I wouldn't give anybody else much out of that movie. I think Viggo Mortensen being up for Best Actor is no. And he wasn't bad. I just don't think he was Best Actor. It's not a Best Actor performance. It's just not. So, what do you? Okay, so we have all that. What about what are your thoughts on? Oh, by the way, Blackkklansman was also nominated for Best Adapted Screenplay. So there you go. Okay. Are you upset that Sorry to Bother You is not on the list? I take it that's a no.
If that would have been on any list.
Oh, people were mad. Yeah, some people were fucking. They're like, mad. "How dare you?"
It. Get out of here. Movie does not deserve it. No.
Yeah, no.
Maybe for my homeboy, what's the name? But nah. No,
I don't.
That fucking stupid ass movie.
For nobody. For nothing. No.
Nah, no, not at all.
So okay, so
Everybody can't win. We're only 12%. Let's calm down.
Yeah, we can't win everything. Look, I think this one should be in the bag. And look, I will be legitimately pissed if it doesn't. Black Panther should win for Best Costume Design. Ruth E. Carter absolutely crushed it. Those costumes were not only super African inspired and like all the background research that she did with different tribes in Africa, but they looked modern. They made sense in the universe by which she's building them in. Nah, that shit was stellar. Like, that shit looked incredible. So, I don't care about the Ballad of Buster Scruggs. That movie stunk. The Favorite I hear is great. Mary Poppins Returns. Get out of here. Tired of old British white women. I get it. You got magic. And Mary Queen of Scots. Never heard of it. Doesn't matter.
What the hell is that?
Yeah, I never heard of it. I mean, I've heard of Mary Queen of Scots, but not the movie. No, I'm going Black Panther, 100%. So I think ironically, I think that's the one award that Black Panther was nominated for that if that doesn't win, I think black people will legitimately be pretty angry about. So
yeah, I can definitely see that.
Yeah, you got to put some respect on Ruth Carter, man, because like
production design also. I mean,
yeah,
Black Panther's nominated for that as well. Haven't seen First Man. Favorite.
That's really good. It's really good. It's really good. It's a hell of a film. Like it is. That movie, I'm actually surprised that isn't up for Best Picture, to be honest. It's like going to space is terrifying. Like that's all that movie is about. But it was dope. Like it was really, really well done. But like I was like sweating through the whole thing. Like I feel like I was there. Best Original Song. Fucking Kendrick Lamar fucking tore that shit up. So yeah, we'll see.
What did GTD say? Y'all ready to hear the sing at the Oscars?
Oh, SZA.
Oh, it's really not. No. It's pretty sad, really.
Is it? I've never heard SZA.
Bad. It's not good.
Oh, I don't need that. No. I don't need you to ruin it. It's fine. I didn't realize...
animated feature Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse or no?
Yeah,
I've seen Incredibles 2 and I've seen Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I know Micah said Isle of Dogs was all right. I haven't heard anything about Ralph Breaks the Internet.
Apparently that was pretty good, but mixed reviews. No, it's Into the Spider-Verse. Period. I'm sorry. It is what it is. And look, I'm also sorry. It should have been nominated for Best Picture. How about that? I'm saying it. How about that? That movie is a better movie than Black Panther is. It is. And I love both of them. I love them. It's a better movie. It is. Like, and I don't know if an animated movie will ever be able to break into Best Picture, but this would have been the year to acknowledge it because it was absolutely tremendous. And they knew it was because they put it at the end of the fucking year. They put that shit out right before Oscar time. Yeah, they knew what they were doing. No, it should be up there. I'm actually really kind of bummed that it wasn't.
Hmm. I thought an animated movie has won for Best Picture.
What was that?
Oh no, they've been nominated. Beauty and the Beast, Up, and Toy Story 3.
Oh, really?
Have been
Okay.
nominated for Best Picture. None of them won.
No,
they were just nominated.
Do you think it's a big deal that that Roma was nominated? This is obviously not a black film, but this is a film.
Color.
Yeah, these are people of color. This is Netflix's first Best Picture nomination. That's a big deal, I think.
I didn't even know. I had seen. I watched a review for it. I didn't even know it was a Netflix film until I turned Netflix on one night and the Roma was the thing that popped out at me.
Well, I think what they did was I think they held it from Netflix. They had it in like small theaters. They held it from Netflix for a time and then put it on Netflix. You know what I mean? Like kept it off of the service. But yeah, they're the ones who produced it and everything else.
Okay, I think he wins for best cinematography.
Oh,
for that movie.
Oh,
Alfonso Cuarón.
Yeah, he very well might win.
He's going to win that.
I think Roma is likely to win Best Picture too.
Really?
I think so. And I think
from my understanding, like there's not a lot of dialogue per se.
Yeah, for Oscars doesn't matter. Matter. You know why? Because Cuarón is a fucking filmmaker through and through. Like that dude is a hardcore filmmaker. I think he could possibly pull off a Best Picture win because I also think that there is a desire to change the game when it comes to streaming. Because if you allow Netflix into that, you're gonna open the entire world up to so many more movies. Like the movie industry is changing. Like if they deny it again, because they've kind of kicked Netflix in the teeth a couple of times with other movies, not nominated for Best Picture, but like nominated for technical awards and stuff like that. But if this wins for Best Picture, it's going to open up a whole new can of worms for Hollywood, and I think they want to probably acknowledge that. That's definitely one of the reasons it's even in the Best Picture.
In order for it to be nominated, right, it has to be in a theater, right?
Yeah.
You have to put it in a theater regardless of how many screens it is.
Right.
So they're basically saying, hey, we want to put this in 50 screens across the country.
Right. It was super low. Right.
Yeah, but it counts. But it's a Netflix movie.
Yeah.
Did they do that for Beast of No Nation?
Yes, they did. Yeah, they did.
They did?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, they did a very few because it was, but they did it, unlike Roma, they did it in a simultaneous way where it was like, they're like, oh, you can see it in theaters, but you can also watch it at home. I'm like, no, just watch it at home. That doesn't make sense. But it was so limited in the amount of theaters. But yeah, they've done it for a few of them. Like they're getting ready to do it again there was some action movie, like crime heist movie with Ben Affleck and like all those guys that trailer came out.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's going to be in theaters for a little bit too. So they're trying to play that game, which, okay, that's fine. I'm never going to go to a theater and watch a Netflix movie. But I know why they're doing it. They're solely doing it just to be considered for things. So I get it. Whatever. That's just a stupid, arbitrary rule the Academy has come up with. Any other things? Infinity Wars, best visual effects?
Sure. Why not?
I mean, maybe it'll win.
What else?
I mean, First Man is also up, so that could also win, which would be pretty dope.
Yeah, the visual effects in the Avengers is amazing. They're amazing.
Yeah.
Like Ready Player One, no.
I haven't watched that.
Because they just look like visual effects, you know?
Right.
Like I don't First Man didn't see it. Christopher Robin, that's the Winnie the Pooh movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Avengers should probably win that. Or maybe Solo. I didn't see that, but
yeah, the effects were fine. They're fine. I wouldn't say like groundbreaking or anything. It's a Star Wars movie.
I think all of the stars are going to win original song. Like I don't know
probably
these fucking songs. Maybe "Shallow" from A Star Is Born.
It's really out of Black Panther and A Star Is Born.
And A Star Is Born, yeah.
Right.
I don't know these other ones.
I mean, Kendrick Lamar just made a whole album.
Original score. A Blackkklansman, Black Panther.
Yeah. Good luck.
I don't know. Again, I have only seen 2 of these movies.
Yeah. Who knows? So
it's too big, too black. No, a little bit gore and whatever. I don't know.
So do you think this is going to be? You think it's going to be a bellwether year for black folks?
Well, if Black Panther doesn't win, people are going to be angry. I don't know, because Moonlight winning 2 years ago was pretty big.
I
and
think
it deserved it.
Yeah, I think Moonlight winning was a much bigger deal than this year. I do.
Than Black Panther being there, period.
Yeah, I do. And the reason why is because Moonlight wasn't just a black film. It was also a gay coming of age film.
Yeah, the subject matter of that alone.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
It hit, and that's not like, well, it's a gay story, so that's different. No, I'm saying that it hit more things. Like, it hit, like, dealing with not just, like, a coming of age story, but a coming of age story of a black man. Not just a coming of age story about a black man, but a gay black man. Not just that, but it's actually a love story, right? It's not just like, oh, I'm gay and now I'm out. Like, no, he was like actually in love with this dude. Like, so there was a lot there. And also just dealing with like our own community's issues with homosexuality. So like, I thought it hit so many different lines that I thought that was really impressive. Yeah. I'm not sure that I would say that just black, sci-fi movie is as important. It has its own implications, right? Obviously. What it tells me, not so much from an Oscar perspective, but what it tells me in Hollywood is like that whole lie that we don't sell across the world, dead that. Like that is over. Like that argument makes no sense anymore. People of color have been selling movies overseas for decades. Like, I don't even know why that narrative even existed, because there's 400 Fast and Furious movies, and those movies are diverse as fuck. Like, people aren't going to see those for Paul Walker. Like, knock it off. So
yeah, but people don't see that when they go see Fast. I'm like, yeah, the cast is super diverse, but they don't really see it as like a.
Yeah, well, that's true.
It's just
Black Panther is a black
like
film.
Black Panther is decidedly it's black as fuck.
Yeah, it's unapologetically black, which is what I think we all loved about it. It was like, wow, this is good. We were afraid it was going to like kind of like hold, pull punches, but it did not, which was kind of amazing.
Not at all. And we should have known since it was Ryan Coogler.
Right. Again, he really should have been nominated for Best Director.
Yes, he should be. It's kind of. I don't know. Again, this is like a gimme for us. I'm fine. We heard you. Yeah. You're not going to win, but here it is. And
when do you think that ends? When do you think that ends? Where at least where we feel like it's a gimme, and then it's not, like, because I didn't feel like Moonlight was a gimme. I thought Moonlight looked like a film that deserved it.
Moonlight deserved it 100%. But even then, I'm kind of like, and the funny thing about Moonlight is like most of us didn't see it.
Well,
the subject matter.
It's mad gay, It is which was the comments on the internet.
Like that's the thing that pissed me off about Moonlight. Like, I'm not about the movie itself, but the fact that people were like, I'm not going to see this because of the subject matter. I'm like, but it's a really good fucking movie. Yeah. And you're supposed to, like, it's black. I don't think there was a single white person in that movie.
There isn't.
Yeah.
There's not.
Maybe a cop, if there was a cop at all. But like, we didn't see it because gay.
Yeah, which I think might be the point of the movie. I think they might be. Right. That might have been what they were going.
Like,
for.
More people should have. Like, again, it was like an indie film. We saw it. Actually, we saw it at the Charles.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, what's his name was there? Weird.
Yeah, D. Ray McKesson.
Yeah,
and his vest.
Yeah, his bubble vest. So yeah, that one, no, that deserved it. This one doesn't seem like, and I don't know why they did it. I mean, I do know why they did it, but I'm like, no, come on.
Yeah,
I feel like there are more movies. Like, there are other movies that deserve that slot.
Right, like you said, like Blind Spotting, right? So,
and the lead was a black guy and there was a white guy in that movie. Like, you gotta watch that movie. It's that good.
Yeah. I'm just
deserved to be way more than fucking Black Panther. Sorry, it just does.
I'm curious as to when, because they're like the same arguments happen every year, right? Which is, we don't need their validation. These white people awards, and I'm like,
but we get mad when we're not.
Well, we're not. We're not nominated, or we don't win. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna need somebody to pick which narrative we're going with.
And then they had like the popular award that they were going to put in, because Black Panther made $1 billion.
Right, which is why
So
this is
mad about that. Which I was like, yo, that's stupid.
right. But to me, that's why Black Panther is in Best Picture, right?
Yeah.
Because they're like,
No.
they got so much pushback from how stupid the most popular movie is. I was like, is that just going off box office numbers? Like, what does that even mean?
Yeah.
Then I think they were just like, I just put it in Best Picture. We won't let it win, but that'll shut Black Twitter up so they don't come for us. Like, and
what if it wins?
if it wins, that's awesome. That's awesome.
That would be fucking great. I'm like, okay,
Like,
yes,
like the thing
fine.
is, and that's my attitude. It's like, if it wins, great. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Look, that's great for Ryan Coogler's career. Not that he needs help at all, but that's great for him. Look, that's great for comic book movies, as we're all fans of, to get the genre to be taken more seriously. It's great for Marvel. It's great for Disney. It's great for all those people. It's great for black kids everywhere who love these fucking movies. All that shit's awesome. I still don't think it should have been nominated. I just don't. I don't. Not for that. Not for that. But I would have. I don't have a problem with it being like Best Original Screenplay or Best Director, but Best Picture? Nah, I don't think so. But that all being said, look, I worry that we are overly obsessed about figuring out what the movies like mean as far as awards. But I also don't like the idea of like, it doesn't matter, we don't need their acknowledgement. Like, yeah, you're saying that as black people, but you're not saying it as like filmmakers, dude. Like, they super care. Like, they work their ass off to hopefully win an Oscar. It's a big deal. I know a guy with an Oscar. It's a big fucking deal. So, and he won it for cinematography. He ain't win it for like director. Like, can you imagine? Like, that's crazy. Or Best Picture. So, like, it's a huge deal. So we shouldn't be so quick to dismiss it as if we're the ones winning it. Like, I never understood that. But I like the fact that there's more brown faces throughout these movie listings. I think there are plenty of black films and black directors and black actors and actresses who get looked over every year. I think there are plenty of Latino folks. Like, they're coming. And they make fucking movies too. And, acknowledge that shit. And Asian folks and everything else. Look, I'm surprised that Best Adapted Screenplay didn't have Crazy Rich Asians in it.
Right, yeah.
I'm surprised. If you're gonna give a couple of like, all right, here you go, shut up minority kind of things, then throw them in. Like, if you're gonna do that, I think it's stupid to do that. But that's clearly what they do in some categories. So I'm like, all right, shout out to Crazy Rich Asians. That movie was a fucking phenomenon too.
Yeah, it was, and that's another one that should have probably been best. I don't know, cinematography maybe. Yeah, maybe not cinematography, but like not costume design. But
I mean, you could do Best Adapted Screenplay. It's based on a book.
Yeah, Best Adapted Screenplay, but it looked like visually. What visual award would production design? Yeah,
production design probably. Yeah,
yeah, I would probably take
just like blinged out Asians everywhere. I don't know. You throw it into sound mixing. Nobody pays attention to that. They were talking. It sounded great. Who knows? No one even knows what that means. Nobody. Like Black Panther's in best sound mixing. I don't know what that means. They just got a picture of Killmonger here. Cool. I hope he wins. I don't know. See a DJ in the movie? Who cares? Although I would argue it's probably between Bohemian Rhapsody and First Man for that. Just as an aside. Yeah, so look, I just hope
Bohemian Rhapsody does not deserve to be in Best Picture. Not at all. No, fuck out of here.
But
no, I like it, but no.
But you really like that movie.
I did. I like the movie a lot.
See, he's not just hating on black people, he's also hating on gay British men. Terrence is an equal opportunist.
Yeah. Get that shit out of here.
Yeah, that's what everyone said. They're like, no. How?
It's not gonna win.
No.
I feel like man.
Should Freddie Mercury be Freddie Mercury? Should
Rami Malek? Yeah.
For best actor?
To him, I'd give him the best actor before that movie gets a fucking best picture. Fuck out. No. That's offensive that movie is up there, to be honest with you.
Is that
Black Panther is better than Bohemian?
I was gonna say it's definitely it's definitely a worse movie than Black Panther.
I think
which is not a bad movie at
if
all.
they don't just give it to Spike Lee finally, it's probably going to be between Roma and A Star Is Born. No, Roma, A Star Is Born, or Vice. Those three. The rest of these
for Best Picture, you're saying?
Best Picture, yeah.
I think Spike is going to. I think Spike's getting best director.
Yeah,
that's my guess. And I hope he gets up there and just like goes ham. That's all. That's all I want.
Fuck y'all.
No, I want him to be like, it's about time. Go Antifa. Fuck Trump, and just take his award. Like, Boots Riley, my movie was better than yours. Just
you want to do it. Finally got my Oscar. I can say whatever the fuck I want now. Fuck you.
Yeah, that's
He's
right.
been doing it for the last 40 years, but like now he can really be like,
yeah, exactly.
Suck my dick from the back.
I hope he wears a shirt that says "Sorry to bother you, wasn't that good."
He was. Oh, he didn't say anything bad about it. It was him. It was the other dude that was like, Blackkklansman is white supremacy or whatever.
Yeah, Boots Riley was saying that. Yeah, he went on a whole thing today. Oh, let me tell you about Hollywood. I'm like, yo, you made one movie, nigga. Calm down.
That movie sucked. I mean, look, I didn't like it. May not have sucked, but I just like
it was not for you.
Stop it.
You are not an absurdist.
No, I was not amused.
Giant horse dicks. And I'll end it there. All right. That's it for this week's preview episode. We will be back next week for The Hate You Give. Micah will be on that episode. We will go through that movie in its entirety. It's a very good conversation. I will say that. We've already done it. So we will we'll see you guys next week.
Take it easy.
Bye. You're watching the Black on Black Cinema YouTube channel. Make sure you check out our full reviews of black movies, past and present. And every other week, we do a preview episode where we talk about a random topic that affects the black community.